Today, at the Beastery Labs, we're finishing what we started, creating the most horrifying version of the king of the dinosaurs, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, using real-life influences from prehistory and real life. What kind of biologically made terror will you find at the end of this video? Just wait, watch, and find out. If you like what you saw last time, and right now, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment below if you have a monstrous video idea for us to take on in the new year. We'd be very open to hearing what you have to say. Now, back to the project. Last time, we looked at 3 elements we wanted to improve: bite, eyesight, and intelligence. Each of these traits were enhanced by the additions of the northern short-tailed shrew, vampire bat, therocephalian, barn owl, and raven. All of these definitely provided the building blocks for a new dinosaur hybrid, but today's second and last video will put the final and most important pieces together to create the ultimate dinosaur hybrid, in our own opinion, of course. Number 4, adaptability. Now, what exactly do we mean by this? Surely the Rex was well equipped to handle anything in its home area, right? Well, sure, it was. But again, we're talking about making improvements here. And these mini fixes are as follows: stamina and defense. For stamina, it's pretty obvious that T-Rex was far from being a marathon runner. But that doesn't mean it can't go without stamina to keep going when it needs to. Enter Edmontosaurs. Okay. We know what you're thinking about using herbivores for the king of the meat eaters here, but bear with us. It's true these guys were eaten by the Rexes a lot, but many more were able to get out of the way. This was largely achieved thanks to their increased stamina. The tail spines on the creatures served to function as attachment joints for big muscles and ossified lattices, giving these plant eaters endurance and stability when they needed to run on 2 legs for extended periods. The result is better stamina. Now, imagine a Tyrannosaur-type creature with this modification. This means they're now able to keep running for longer periods, enabling them to catch their prey while not tiring out as fast. And of course, we have defense. Despite its powerful jaws and status as the apex hunter of the late Cretaceous period, T-Rex was far from being invincible. Thanks to the presence of plant-eating heavyweights like Triceratops and Ankylosaurs, as well as other Rexes around, this meant their life was hard, and more than a few had died in their battles or encounters. But not for our dinosaur, or at least, not too likely, So, we need defense that is durable, but not too heavy. We do want this Rex to hunt and move after all. For that, we have the Arapaima, coming in clutch from South America. These fish have some of the hardest and toughest scales of anything to ever live. They have a special 2-layer arrangement that enables them to resist penetration from teeth or weaponry, while still remaining flexible, meaning they're less likely to be punctured or cut easily by objects, weaponry, claws, or a nasty pair of jaws, all the while withstanding incredible pressures. Best of all, they're lightweight and do not carry any weight, period, which is perfect for our modified T-Rex. So how do we translate the reinforced neural spines to the T-Rex tail? Well, what we simply do is that we just make the base of the tail here much stronger and a bit larger. If it's going to be as reinforced as it is, then we need to convey that by just making these a bit more pronounced. Maybe add a bit of tail muscle right here. Like right there. Let me move this over here. There we go. And yeah, just doing it like this. And as for the Arapaima scales, what we do in the case of the Arapaima scales is that we just simply do this. Sort of like that, just as a very rough start. Now, if you look at the Arapaima pictures shown on the screen here, you notice that the scales tend to be a bit more
vertical and they overlap, you know, like this. Like that. So we try to do that here. And as we mentioned before, we want our T-Rex to have defense that is both durable but also lightweight, because look at how chunky this thing is already. We don't want it to weigh it down more. So, for that reason alone, and just for a cool design gimmick, we're giving it the scales from that South American fish. So basically just do half circles and overlap them. Again, this is really rough, but this is what the first drafting stage is for. So this is how we do the tail here. We just make it wider and thicker there, and we should also make it have the same traits right down here. There we are.
Number 5, Reach. We've reached the final stage, and this may be the most important of our list of enhancements. The T-Rex is famous for a more comical, if tragic reason. Its arms. Yeah, we're going there. These ridiculously small arms have stumped scientists for years, leading to all sorts of theories and rather interesting jokes in pop culture. But all the same, if we're going to have significant improvements to our creature, we need to fix those arms. Luckily, we have several theropods that will help our creature get better with reach, slashing, and grappling abilities. First on our list, we have a predatory dinosaur who absolutely should appear in the next Jurassic World movie. Take note, Universal. Macrothorax, for its rending claws. These powerful claws and forelimbs were used to grip and hold on to prey, tear into flesh, or even pull it towards its jaws. Next up, we have a dinosaur that arguably comes the closest to being a Tyrannosaur of T-Rex's size, but with incredibly dexterous arms. Acrocanthosaurus. Not only is this beast in the same general weight class as the Rex, with a powerful 16,000 Newton bite of its own, but it has really strong arms for gripping and holding on to prey with its 3 digits, giving our Rex the power to hold its opponent in place. Finally, we have the 2-legged dinosaur with the longest arms in existence, Dinocheirus. While not the most powerful of the dinosaurs, Dinocheirus had some of the best reach in history, which proved advantageous in defending itself and its young from predators. 8 feet long in total, with powerful muscles of its own, and tipped with long claws of its own, these will give our creature better reach, as well as being congruent with our Mipe and Acrocanthosaur additions. Now, all of the traits have been lined up, and it's time to do our last go-around at the drawing desk.
So what I did with the arms here is that I basically took the length of Dinocheirus right here, made sure I made it proportioned to the body. I then added a bit of the musculature from the Acrocanthosaurus because the acro is there for strength. And also for the claws and the length of the fingers, I decided to add in the mipe, or the mape. I don't know how I pronounce that. I should probably look that up sometime. But that's what I did. I also made sure to lengthen the claws here. We can make those a little bit longer. And while we're at it, let's darken the tips. Yeah, like right there. To note that the northern short-tailed shrew component is there, and that it is present. So this thing literally has iron claws, which would make our Neorex even more dangerous than before. So yeah, that's what I did. Add musculature to the Acrocanthosaurus, put the long claws in for the mape for max slashing, and the general arm length from the Dinocheirus, and I also put in the humpback there for design purposes, but also to increase its muscle mass. Luckily, it has a pretty low center of gravity, so it shouldn't topple itself over. With that, our design is now complete. Now let's finish this critter.
Ladies and gentlemen, people of all walks of life, cultures, and genders, we present to you our new T-Rex hybrid to roam the jungles of the world, brought back from extinction and enhanced with the best that nature offers. Enter Magnus Rex, or Magnus Rex for short. meaning Tyrant Apex Saurian Beast. Height, 23 feet tall at the hips. Length, 46 feet. And weight, 9 to 10 tons. This hulking behemoth is a biological force to be reckoned with. In our humble opinion, this is what the real Tyrannosaurus would have been if it had evolved further past the extinction. With intelligence rivaling that of ravens, nocturnal prowess gifted to it by the owl, the lethality of its bite owed to the shrew and the Theracephalians and the vampire bat, enhanced stamina from Edmontosaurus, and the extremely durable scales of the Arapaima, this is truly a tyrant reptile unlike any other. With studies of T-Rex showing new and exciting results, and possibilities nearly every day, including the horrifying realization that they could have been even bigger than we thought. Yes, this does affect our hybrid. This means that there is more to the Tyrant King than you might first think. And with the first of the great hybrid wars from Goji Center concluding, along with new hybrids being made every day, here's what we're going to do. In the new year, we'll choose a combatant to collaborate with us on a special video featuring this creature and another horde from prehistory and genetic madness gone wrong, going at her in a gripping fight to see which one comes out on top. And we have just the channel in mind. B-Slap Chronicles, we apologize for the lengthy delay, but we're now ready to throw down with your creation, the Emperex. This clash will be invaluable to us for gathering data, so we can enter into the next hybrid war. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for watching. If you'd love to see more videos about dinosaurs and other terrifying creatures and art-related stuff, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future videos. Please check out my Printify and Fourth Wall shop for awesome creature merch. And if you want me to draw anything, I'm available for hire on Upwork, Behance, and Artistry. Links in the description and pinned comments below. Meanwhile, we have plans to go after a very different type of monster. One whose legacy extends from the Highlands of Scotland, from the deepest, darkest depths, sighted only occasionally by those lucky enough to glimpse it.